Farrell, I'd like to introduce this powerhouse and poetic band, ShyGodwin, for the organization Loud Woman. You're self-described grunge bands, but I checked you out, and definitely grunge foundation, but so many more dimensions there. I can't say enough great things about you.
Jasmine. I play guitar.
I'm Lee, and I'm the vocalist and the songwriter. Actually, met in undergrad university.
First day.
Yep, the first day of freshman orientation, we met. We didn't start making music together for quite some time after that, after graduating, but we've been friends since college, and we decided to just try to collaborate musically and do something that we've never done before. So, but yeah, we met in college. Yeah.
You've been together since about the pandemic, I saw, so about 3 years.
End of 2020. Yep, we started the band. We really committed to taking it seriously. We had been playing around with music a little bit, but we hadn't really decided if we were gonna go for it or not. So yeah, end of 2020, we were like, you know what, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah.
And how do you define, see, this is now we're off the list. When you say you decided to take it more seriously, what does that entail compared to just like playing around? Like, was it you decided to make an album, you decided to get press, or what is constitute serious?
I think deciding on like kind of like what genre we were gonna do, because we like a lot of just different music, and our music tastes are just so like vast. But like I'd say like at the end of like 2020, like we just decided let's do this like grunge, like punk, like hardcore type of thing. Yeah.
And really commit to making songs, creating a set list. We thought about longer kind of bodies of work, but we weren't sort of convinced that we had enough that was sort of cohesive at the time. So I think, that commitment was to the genre, to being in the band, and to just creating fully formed songs that could potentially be played. People would want to hear them, maybe. We could put them on Spotify or SoundCloud even. So I think, that was really like the serious part, was just actually committing to creating as this band, in this outfit, as this project. So that was what we decided end of 2020, and we've been doing it ever since. And it's been like super fun and like exciting. Before the band, Jasmine was actually producing like beats and making music as well.
More like emo trap type of stuff. But totally different than what we're doing now. And we both want to like work with more artists, like just like locally and things like that. We make some music, like collaborate with other artists and things like that. But mostly like this is like the main
ShyGodwin.
ShyGodwin's are like the main project, I guess.
Who produced your CD? I'm dating myself. Who produced your album that's on Spotify?
I would say like we did a shared like production. Like we we produced it ourselves.
You did?
Yeah.
Great.
Like everything. I wrote the lyrics to all the songs. Melodies did not come in a vacuum. We definitely collaborated on all of that. But
and the production was like together too, like in terms of just like formatting the songs, like some she's humble. She did everything.
It's the most amazing guitarist that I ever knew personally and played with once said to me, a song is just a show, which I'm like, hey, it's a lot of work to write, but in a way, it's just the people that we play with add so much to, the foundation. So that's just great to hear. And clearly from your live shows, I could see you can't even call it one contribution above the other. It's just, what am I seeing is incredible. The two of you definitely are more than the sum of its parts, for sure. So
Yeah,
Cool.
it is.
so where'd you going to play
I kind of
guitar?
I taught myself, like end of high school, going into college, just taught myself how to play guitar. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so self-taught, okay.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you about your vocals. I mean, that is a powerhouse of a vocal performance.
Thank you.
And I know I've heard, I've worked with a lot of singers in the past, and it's always some combination of it's just DNA, and sometimes it's a combination of really working at it. Tell me your story on your vocal style. And
I guess it's a mix of both. The first time I started really singing or doing, vocals was with this band. I love karaoke, but I've never really done anything more than just that, karaoke and singing in the shower and that kind of thing.
Wow.
But when we started the band, I wanted to learn how to just safely, scream and how to vocals, because I didn't really know how to do that. Everything that I had done was sort of like just singing, R&B songs, or like, top 40 songs when I'm doing karaoke or whatever, singing along to my favorite songs, but not really finding my own voice. So that also took a while as well. Like before we sort of committed to the band, we were kind of playing around with like, okay, like, what is my voice? What would I like to sound like if I was, singing in a band or just singing solo or anything? So that took some time, but once, we were like kind of wanted to do grunge, hardcore, rock music. It was like, okay, well, how do I do that? And I took a few classes. I worked with Melissa Cross, who's like the queen of screaming. I just try to warm up. I try to do straw exercises. I don't like tea, so I don't really drink tea. I just drink a lot of water and try to breathe as much as I can, learn breathing techniques. Our set is only 20 minutes, but doing basement shows, doing house shows, they can be so extremely hot sometimes. Yeah. And the energy of the crowd is amazing. And I always want to keep the energy up and match them. So I've actually started to work out and like get on the treadmill and like do cardio. Like just fit. I'm like, oh my God, this is work. So a lot more of that than actual, I would say, like vocal exercises and things like that. I think it's a lot more just trying to be in tune with my body and try to do things safely and have a good time. And if it doesn't sound perfect like the record, that's okay. Just trying to get that like emotion across, I think, in the live environment is just what I really try to do. But no special remedies or tricks or anything, just a lot of water and hope.
Do you each play other instruments?
I don't.
Curious.
I'm out.
I used to play like the saxophone, like as like a kid, like other than that, not really. I like dabble here and there.
Okay.
Things, but not
yet. You're still young.
True.
I see your pictures.
She programs all the drums for our demos as well, because a lot of times we'll start with like MIDI drums instead of actually having the drummer like laying down tracks before we go into like the studio or rehearse them. So yes, she plays the digital instruments as well as the guitar and lays down the lines and everything. So for the demos and but still like that's how we get to the song in the first place. So
So you laid the drum tracks, and then once you had the song more formulated, you gave it to a drummer to
just
practice with?
Just had like the whole like make the whole song, put the guitar parts or the drum parts and everything, and then give it to like our drummer and be like, hey, can you is this playable?
And it's a big sound. There's no bass in there, is there? It's just like layered guitars and drums.
It's just guitars, drums. I'm running on the record. I'm running through a bass amp as well. I'm running through 2 guitar amps and a bass amp at the same time, just to give it that full like sound. And it's amazing. And now I do it for like live shows too. I run through like a bass amp and everything.
Oh,
just
wow.
roll in.
What are you, what guitar are you putting through the bass amp?
I play my PRS. It's like a PRS Mira.
Okay.
I love it. Yeah, the tone is wonderful. But yeah, shout out to Andy, because like that was
Andy
like
and Joe at Retro City.
at Retro City. Yeah, because that was like their idea of like plugging it through the bass amp and everything. So now I'm just doing that for
Oh,
every-
cool. He's in Philly, Andy from Retro City.
Yes.
Yeah.
Andy,
All right. When I go to get a cheesesteak, I'm gonna check that place out.
please.
Oh, yeah.
It is-
So you use guitar pedals.
Yes, just one. I use a Rat. And that's it pretty much. Yeah. And
Where do you get your inspiration for your lyrics? They're just so poetic.
life experiences. Like, I tend to be a pretty avoidant person with my emotions. I don't find it to be, safe to express a lot of emotions in person. So I think I try to put as much of that emotion into the lyrics and into how we're performing in front of people too, because our live shows are definitely this collective experience of just expressing anger and rage and sadness just together. So I think a lot of times it's coming from my own experiences or experiences around me. Human Stain was really inspired by someone I went to high school with who was in a strictly religious household and found herself pregnant at a really young age and had to go to some really extreme measures to abort her child. And that was something that stuck with me for a really long time. And in this space of women not having bodily autonomy and rights to their body in the States at the moment, it's sort of really kind of triggered a lot of emotions that I didn't expect, especially knowing that abortion was legal when she did that. So I think it was just, I think a lot of our songs or a lot of the lyrics just come from just things that I've experienced and ways that I feel and feelings that I don't get out all the time, and finding a safe way to express those and have other people feel those things with us. Like, I guess that's sort of the inspiration.
How excited are you to go to London?
Oh, so excited. So excited. That's
So hyped,
amazing.
yeah.
You might see me there. I might buy a ticket to this. I'm really tempted.
Yes.
I mean, I go to California all the time and it's like 5-6 hours, no big deal. So
Go the opposite way. Come to Loud Women Fest.
yeah, exactly. I'm thinking about it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So tell me about the other shows that you have around this show. Like, how did you book them? And
Thankfully,
Yeah,
Cassie from
yeah.
Loud Women helped us so much.
Yeah.
She really booked all the shows. She
Yeah.
booked the tour
Mhm.
for us. That'll be, I think, Bristol on the 15th,
Yeah.
London on the 16th for Loud Women, and then on the 17th will be in Reading. So
Yeah.
that's just super exciting to
Yeah.
be able to play these shows and travel around a little bit.
Yeah,
It's a
so
tight
cool.
schedule, but we're super excited just to be able to be in the UK and perform for some different audiences, some different crowds. We've performed a bit in this area, sort of the tri-state area in New England. So we're excited to, take our show on the road.
Yeah.
Yes.
well, everyone listening, check out ShyGodwin.com and you can see their schedule, and you've got to catch a show.
Yes. Please. It's just such an amazing
Yeah.
experience.
It's
So
awesome.
you have to be there to really feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and any other albums planned, or you're gonna tour first and worry about that later?
We're working on music right now. Kind of just trying to make as much as possible and kind of just pick the best of the best, I guess.
Yeah, I think what was really fun about releasing this last project was a lot of the songs, except for maybe 2 or 3, had already been created maybe in 2021. So we had performed them and, you know, just sort of changed things that we felt like needed to be changed when it came to the live. So once we got in the studio and recorded the songs and the mixtape, it just, I don't know, it felt really like natural. It felt like it was home. It didn't feel forced. It felt really easy to do. It felt really fun. It felt like exactly the way that we wanted to hear the songs when we had first created them. So I think maybe this time around a similar kind of strategy, I guess, of performing some of the new songs before recording them and just really getting them down and making the most of our time in the studio. I mean, being like a DIY band can be hella expensive. So being able to like perform and sort of rehearse those songs in the way of like they're super polished and ready once we get into the studio. Exactly. Like it really helps. So I think, maybe similar strategy, release some new songs though individually before doing a longer project, but kind of playing them live and getting out and performing in front of new people and just, I'm excited. I'm just excited to perform. I love performing. That's like the best. It's the hardest thing. Like it's like friggin' running a marathon, but it's so fun. Like I love it. So I'm super excited for London. I'm excited for all the shows, collaborating with more bands and local folks too. Like around Philly, there's so many amazing doing that.
So the Philly music scene is very vibrant.
There's some incredible bands on the Philly music scene and a lot of inclusion of women in hardcore and like rock bands, which is really awesome. There's
queer people.
A lot of queer inclusion in venues and promoters as well. So Philly is like hot right now.
Real,
Oh, that's great. Yeah, we're definitely gonna go check it out. I have a question.
Yes.
Who were you inspired by?
Ooh.
Should I ask who you're not inspired by? Because
true. You know what?
For this particular music.
Do you want to go first or?
Well, I guess, okay.
I love how hard it is to answer this question because it's a wealth of conduits, of musical conduits that are flowing through you.
So true. No, it's so hard to, okay. So I like a lot of like EDM and dance music. So I would say even for this project, even though it's not like, a house music project, I would say that like Todd Terry and some of like the Detroit like house sounds are super influential. And I think having like a groove in our songs and having something that like gets people dancing when you're out at a concert, like you want to move your body, like even if you're not like in the mosh pit or crowd killing or any of that, like even if you just want to dance, I feel like our songs do have that kind of groove. So I would say that I do draw inspiration from like EDM artists, like even, like contemporary people like Nina Archives and Calvin Harris and, you know, all Skrillex and stuff. I feel like they inspire this in a way too for me. So
Jasmine, do you have anything, are you bringing any other genre more heavily to the table? Or
I was really into like growing up, I was really into like emo stuff, like a huge Paramore fan, but also like into like Omarosa and like Creed and Alter Bridge too, like some dad rock bands. But like all time like influence is definitely like Jimi Hendrix, like definitely was like the artist that inspired me to like just even start playing guitar. And more so like for this project, like Nirvana, definitely, like absolutely, especially with like the album, like wanting to like not emulate but kind of like draw inspiration from like that Bleach album, and kind of like I want to make our, you know, ShyGodwin's Bleach, you know, kind of thing. Who else? Turnstile, Zulu, Tsunami I've been listening to a lot. H2O, I used to listen to them a lot when I was younger too, but I don't know, it's kind of like all over the place. And like random outside of like rock stuff is like Lil Uzi Vert and like Brockhampton and the internet. I love the internet. Sid is amazing. Frank Ocean, Thermogenesis, like
do you have any pre-show rituals?
Actually, we
You do?
We meditate. We do like a meditation,
like 5 or 10 minute one.
Yep. We'll what else?
you do like your like warm ups.
I do like a straw warm up, and then
warm-ups.
you'll do warm ups.
Run through the set, like
We'll run through the set list, just even if we're
unplugged.
unplugged, we'll just do it kind of quietly. What
How
else?
does that work? Meditating in a loud venue
Yeah.
with a bunch of people knowing about that want to talk to you.
We'll try to do it before
Yeah.
or find like a quiet space somewhere and just do it for 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Just like get in a good headspace. We also try to do like this thing of like breathing in excitement and breathing out anxiety. We try to like repeat that over and over, especially when we're near the end of sort of the bill of the night. Like there's so much anticipation for like when we're gonna go on. Just to, inside of myself, I get like anxious, like, oh my God, we're about to go on. So I try to like remind myself to like breathe in excitement and breathe out anxiety. And I think that's about it. Warm-ups, meditation, quick run through the set list, and then
chew like half a pack of gum beforehand.
Sure. And then try to talk to folks. I get pretty quiet before shows. Usually after shows is when I'm like ready to like talk and chat people up. But before shows, I do tend to be like a little more to myself because I'm just trying to like get in that like focused mindset or whatever. The shows themselves like feel like a meditation almost in itself. It feels like something that's like very familiar, and I have a lot of sort of muscle memory for it, even though we haven't done so many shows yet. But once we get in it, it's always super fun and exciting, but getting to there can be a little bit like give me a little anxiety. So.
Do you kind of go somewhere else when you're performing? It's like so much mechanical work leading up to them, and then is it like a vortex, like you kind of don't even know where you are, you're just going? I'm just curious.
I would say that the first show for me really felt like that. Like I was just like go into like what we've rehearsed, and we had rehearsed so much before our first show. And then I think after that first show, and there was like, maybe 4 people at that first show. After that show, it was like, okay, I want to be present in this because I don't want it to go by. I mean, it's already a quick set, so I don't want the whole set to go by and I totally miss everything that's happening. Like there's so much happening with the crowd. There's a lot even happening with us connecting, kind of getting on that flow within the set itself. So I don't want to miss that. So I try to really stay present when we're performing and like really engage with people, because people are giving us so much energy. It's like I want to acknowledge that energy and give it back. And I love to jump in the crowd. We have like a few songs that have pretty decent instrumental breaks. So I just jump in the crowd, I get in the pit, and just try to like have a good show and be a part of everything that's happening and stay present. So I feel like that's probably why I have anxiety before, because I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna do the thing. And then we do it and it's just amazing.
And I have one more question. I know I'm probably going over time, but just because you mentioned house parties, like, is this in people's houses or?
Yes. So Philly has a pretty strong house show scene where people will throw shows in their basements, in their living rooms,
like
even like apartments.
It's a house show too.
The video that you showed in the beginning is a house venue called The Haven, which now unfortunately doesn't exist, but it was a queer run house venue in Philly with like amazing people, great bills. Really,
like people live there, kind of, or
people live there. We would be performing like right in front of like someone's bedroom door or something like that. Their cats are there jamming, like. So like there's a lot of house shows, and it really is a great opportunity to just play. To play in front of a lot of different people, especially
who are hungry for music. Hungry for like gives so much
music
energy.
Discovery, and they really want to
go hard.
So it's really a great like scene to be a part of, and to feel like we're like just really supported in is very exciting. So as we continue to get more shows and venue shows, like the house shows are just like they're just great.
Oh, great things to come for you. I know it. I just can feel it. I'm going to tell everybody I know to tell everybody they know, and I'm going to post relentlessly on social media. Your time.
Thank you so much.
And until next time.
Until next time. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.